Hello and welcome back to another vlog. Thank you so much for being here today. I definitely have a lot to do, but I also don't feel like doing anything if I'm gonna be perfectly honest. But before I get into all of that, I just wanna say that God is so good. If you've been following along recently, you would know that I've recently been going through a pretty intense trial and I have not really been myself. I haven't been feeling the best. I have just been on the struggle bus. Like that bus has been by every day for me. So basically what I've been experiencing is a lot of mainly situations that really trigger me from my past trauma, that it is only because of this that I realized I haven't healed from it. And it was through this process that God showed me that He wants me to go to Him. He wants me to cast all my cares onto Him. He wants me to give Him everything, all of my pain, my brokenness, my confusion. And it's been through this journey that I have been able to actually do so. I really feel like I'm either on the other side of this trial or I'm entering into the other side of the trial. I don't think I'm completely done with it. I definitely need to learn to apply a lot of the lessons that I've learned during this time. One being communication. It's just like the Bible says, if there's something between you and your brother, before you go to the altar before you present your gift at the altar, leave your gift there and go make it right with your brother in private. So He's really wanting you to go reconcile. If there's anything between you and your brother, go reconcile that before, so you can come to me with your whole heart, so you can properly present your gift to me. It's not only in those times when I need to apologize to others, but when other people offend me. And that's something, I don't know if I've ever done that. When offenses come, I normally just try to forgive them. Just, ignore it, forgive them, and move on with my life. But what I'm finding is that it's so important to actually go to that person that offended me and let them know, hey, you hurt me. I notice what that does is build relationship. So if someone offended me and I just held on to that grudge, or if I just try to handle it myself, there's no real reconciliation that can happen there because I'm keeping it to myself. Even though I can tell myself that I forgive them, or I can go to God in prayer and, work on forgiving them that way, I'm still not going to them, and our relationship is still going to be hindered because of it. And honestly, that's what I did this past weekend. There's been people that hurt me unintentionally. The only reason it hurt me as bad as it did was because it definitely triggered things from my past. So it's not all on them. It's not all because of them. But they did still hurt me nonetheless. I really feel it was God that opened the door, that gave me the opportunity to talk to them about that. But I approached it in a way of reconciliation and love. So I didn't try to make them feel bad about what they did. I didn't want them to feel bad about what they did. I don't want them to be discouraged and feel like a failure, because they treated me a certain way. But I did at the same time wanted them to know, like, hey, you hurt my feelings. And I don't want anything between me and you. But this did hurt my feelings, and here's why. I acknowledged some of those things that I needed to work on, but I also, brought to their attention how they hurt me. And what ended up happening was that they apologized to me. But also in that conversation, they were able to really clarify the situation and what was really going on behind the scenes. And because I stepped out in faith and allowed myself to be vulnerable with this person, which in the past I haven't done and I don't really feel comfortable doing, that takes a great deal of vulnerability to be able to say, you hurt me. It's very humbling. It's a very humbling experience. It takes a lot of courage on my part, because that's the whole thing. That is the whole point of this trial that I've been through, is that I don't trust anybody. And I allow that to bleed into my relationship with God, to where I didn't trust God. I didn't trust God with the most tender, vulnerable, painful parts of me. And that's what God was wanting. He was wanting me to trust Him with that so that He could heal me. Words can't even express to you how wonderful I feel right now, how much of a weight that's been lifted off of me. And I just look forward to how much more God is going to reveal to me, how much more healing that I'm going to be able to experience through this. But I do have a fairly busy day today. I still need to declutter my closet from a couple weeks ago. Yes, I haven't done it yet. And I also want to drop off all of the donations that I have, because not only do I need to go through my closet again, and I'm going to have plenty to donate there, but I even have a bunch of stuff from the last time I decluttered my house. So I have a lot of stuff piling up in my home that I really need to donate. And after dinner, we actually have Bible study. So what we're deciding to do is have a little parenting workshop tonight, and I volunteered to watch the children in the Sunday school room while that's happening. And after the parent workshop, we are gonna have our new converts Bible study, which my husband will be teaching tonight. And somewhere in the middle of all that, I'm expecting a package that I'm really excited about. So hopefully it comes pretty soon. I think it's supposed to come before 3, but we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna enjoy my cold coffee and get started. All right, I just picked up some Starbucks, and tell me why it still feels like I have a ton of ice in here. I got a venti light ice, but it still feels like there's a ton of ice. I don't know. Still good though. So I just went through Starbucks. I'm gonna be getting gas, filling up my tank, and I have to go over to the next town to be able to drop off all my donations. As you saw, I have plenty of stuff to donate, and it definitely filled up my trunk. So I'm very, very glad to be rid of it. It's gonna feel so good to get it out of my house, because it's definitely been weighing on my mind. That took me about 2 hours to go through and put together and get everything ready. I'm also thinking I might take a couple minutes just to kind of look around Goodwill and see if there's anything that I can get to kind of use to decorate my home for fall. I have some fall stuff, but not a whole lot, so I'm gonna see what they have. Alright, I just finished up at Goodwill. I was able to drop everything off really quickly and easily. I was really only looking for like fall decor stuff, but this location I went to today didn't really have a lot of options. But what I did end up finding was this little shelf. So it has a lot of compartments, and they're adjustable or removable with a little drawer. And this I ended up getting for my husband because he's into watercolor right now as a hobby, you know, just to get his mind off things, but also because dementia tends to run in his family, so he's doing things right now to kind of try to help prevent that as much as he can. So I thought it was a pretty good investment just to help him keep his brushes and anything else a little more organized. I started today with 5 items to do, which was declutter my closet, drop off the donations, and now I need to wash my car, go by the bank to withdraw a little bit of cash, and set up a little bit of my fall decor. I know I'm like really late. We're already in November, but I'd rather be late than never. Especially, you know, during Thanksgiving week, I really want the house to feel nice and cozy. I don't have a ton of fall stuff, but I'm gonna work with what I got. All right, so I'm back home and guess what came? I have fairly oily skin, and with oily skin, from what I gather, comes in large pores, which I do have, and I am very shiny. I'm so oily that towards the middle or end of the day, I can rub my fingers across my forehead and my fingers will be shiny. That's how oily I am. But I really want to start taking care of myself, and not just with my skincare, but as far as diet, exercising, getting enough water, just all of it. I want to start reading more. All aspects of my life, I really want to be a better steward of this body that God's given me, which I will admit that I haven't been really prioritizing. So this is one step in that direction, and I'm going to start with something that might be like a quick win for me, that might be easier for me to get into, which is skincare, developing a morning and evening routine. And from what I looked up online, you really need a good cleanser, toner, some kind of treatment, and moisturizer, which I've been kind of hesitant to really get a moisturizer because my skin is so oily. So I was doing some research last night to figure out what kind of cleanser, toner, and moisturizer that I could use for my skin type, which is oily. And I kept hearing foam cleanser, and I found this one by Anua, I believe is how you pronounce it. So this one has heart leaf and BHA. So this one is supposed to be really good for oily skin. And when it came to toners, I heard that having a toner with green tea in it was really beneficial for your skin as well. So I got the Is Tree green tea toner. This toner has green tea extract from Jeju, excess sebum care, and relieves and hydrates the skin. So that's what I'm doing for my toner. And I know as far as treating my skin, I don't really have too much issues with acne. I mean, I break out here and there. You could probably see some areas, but nothing too crazy. I heard that products with niacinamides are good to treat oily skin as well. So I did a 2-in-1 option. I got my La Roche-Posay Double Repair Matte Moisturizer for oily and combination skin. It has ceramide 3 and niacinamide. So basically, instead of buying a serum with niacinamide in it, my moisturizer has it already. I'm really excited about this one because it's a mattifying moisturizer, which is what I was worried about in the first place. I already have a bunch of oil on my face. I don't want to just add a cream to it, but this is supposed to be exactly for that. So those are the products I'm going to be trying out, and I'll be sure to give you guys updates to let you know how well they work. Most of them are Korean. One of them is a really well-known and trusted brand, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really excited to find a moisturizer that is mattifying. So we'll see how it works. I might even get my husband into this one because he is even more oily than I am. So I will let you guys know how it goes. Alright, so I just got done decorating and I'm pretty tired already. It's 2:53, so that took me 40 to 50 minutes in total to get the little decorations that I had out of the garage and set them up, along with filming and things of that nature. Between 3 and 5 is usually the time I dedicate to cook dinner, but at the same time prep breakfast for the next day so I don't have to do it in the morning, and also do a quick tidy. So I'm about to get started on that. And tonight I have a really quick dinner. We just do ground turkey over potato or rice, depending on our mood and what we have. And we just like to put a little barbecue sauce. And I think I do have some asparagus spears that I'm gonna steam as well to put on the side. Super simple, keep it nice and quick because we do have a long day and we do still have a few more things to do this evening. But before I move on to that, I really wanted to get you guys' opinion. How do you decorate for fall? I really struggle with fall because I don't want it to be overdone. I don't want it to look childish, you know, but I still want to have a nice fall vibe. And I know you can do that simplistically with changing the colors of your throw blankets or even your pillows to do nice muted fall colors. And really what I decorated with today was just leftover stuff that I had from last year. I'm really loving my entryway. I think that came out great. I'm happy with it just like that. My entryway, I'm still kind of up in the air about it, but let me know what you guys think. But as far as my living room, I did change out some of the decor on my coffee table. And again, these were stems that I used last year just from the dollar store that I thought they were pretty cute, but they look a little beat up. So I think maybe later this week or next week, I'll go to the store and replace those. But what do you guys think about that? So that's where my clock used to be, and that is not a wreath. That is actually garland that has stronger wire in it, so I'm able to mold it a little bit better. So I hung it up at the top, and I put a thumbtack in to support and kind of prop up the bottom half so it makes it more of a circle. What do you guys think about that? I'm not sure. I'm not 100 on it. It's just this section here, I have a really hard time decorating. It's just the layout in this living room. I'm not complaining because I love my home, but it's just a little awkward. So this is what I mean. It's not a 90-degree angle in this corner because we have that fireplace kind of going diagonally across it. So I feel like if I put something over my fireplace, it's going to be too much with my, what is this called? With my wall decor on this wall and this wall. So if I put something in the middle, I feel like it'll be too much. I don't know. Please let me know in the comments what you think I should do with this wall. And if you like the garland that I kind of turned into a wreath over here, let me know what you guys think. And then I do have this huge space next to my couch that is, you know, heading towards the hallway. And I never know what to do with this. I have my lamp there, but I don't know. This layout is kind of tricky. And even what makes it a little more challenging is I have this wall here. Sorry for the light, but I have this wall here. So it kind of makes it like I can't extend the living room past that or else it'll be awkward. I don't know. What do you guys think?
As a bicycle, there's a steering wheel on it. It actually works.
I love it.
Okay. 9 through 12.
All right, it's 9:34 and we just got back home. I rinsed off really quickly. I'm actually gonna wash my hair in the morning, but I did definitely want to start my evening routine, my evening skincare routine. I don't know if you guys can see how oily. I'm actually not that bad today. Normally I'm worse. But what ends up happening is that I get so oily and it ends up just straight into my eyes, and my eyes end up burning by the end of the night. So hopefully this will help me solve this issue. So I decided to go ahead and keep it simple tonight, just with a good wash, toner, and moisturizer, and we'll see how well it works going forward. So far, I really like it. The moisturizer doesn't leave me feeling greasy at all. It absorbs really well to my skin. I will definitely be updating you guys later on to share my progress. But anyway, it's time for me to call it a night. Thank you so much for joining me for this very productive and busy day. I will see you guys next time.